Big Cass has been released from the WWE. When the news came out sometime last night, the internet went absolutely bonkers because I don't think anybody saw that coming. I certainly didn't. But now, poof, he's gone. It does kind of explain why Daniel Bryan was so dominant in that feud, because Big Cass is a really tall dude and WWE loves really tall dudes. However, here we are. There's no going back. Big Cass is gone, Enzo is gone, and the only one left is Carmella. And who would have thought that when they all debuted on the roster a couple of years ago? And they went in together then, but look, it worked out for her, not so much for those guys. Don't forget too, that despite all their popularity and of course ups and downs, Big Cass and Enzo never won any form of WWE Tag Team title, be that on NXT or the main roster. I mean, what a crazy ride this has been. Cass is gone though, which means there's only one question to ask, and that is of course, why? That one really hurt. Here's why. Now, I'm sure more news and information is going to come out over the next few days and weeks, as it always does. However, some of it already is out in the wild, so we may as well address it and see what the current situation is. And yes, all of this does seem to start a few weeks ago when Big Cass had the great idea to ignore a direct order from Vince McMahon. I mean, that ain't the smartest thing to do. I don't know, I'm not there, but it doesn't seem like a good idea. But when a little person was pretending to be Daniel Bryan, Cass asked everybody, hey, after the planned big boot, can I also beat him up? You know, really get my fist and slam him down, get some proper heat. Cass was told, no, you absolutely cannot do that. And then Cass went and did it anyway. Now, I would guess this was him trying to grab the brass ring, as often discussed. However, as someone outside of that bubble, I think there's only two ways to do that, and he didn't pick either, because one, you either beg for forgiveness instead of asking for permission. You know, you do something, even though no one specifically told you to do it, and just hope that it was so good you get away with it. Or two, you ask, hope that you get permission, and if you don't, you're just gonna go, well, I tried, I'll just go along with the story. Given that Cass went for the latter and then just ignored what he was told, well, yeah, I can see why that would annoy upper management. It's called a hierarchy, and you can't upset the hierarchy, especially not in wrestling. People love that in wrestling. And you can't pretend you didn't know the deal because you specifically went out of your way to try and change the deal. This was a really strange situation. From here, it does seem like it was a matter of a bad attitude, and a few people have hinted that on the recent WWE European tour, Big Cass got locked in a toilet, thought he was being ribbed, suffered from claustrophobia, which I can completely understand, and he booted his way out of there. Unfortunately for him, this was yet another scene that did make it back to company officials, and all of a sudden you can kind of see it happening, right? You can see it happening. People are going, man, Big Cass is becoming a problem. He did this, he did that, what's he gonna do next? Some have even said that during said tour, Big Cass was intoxicated in public, and we don't know if that's true. That's a big allegedly right there. But if that is the case, you can't do that. You can't be drunk among other people. You're representing the brand and you're representing the company. They ain't gonna like that. Add in more murmurings that he wasn't best pleased that he was booked to lose once again at Money in the Bank against Daniel Bryan, and all of a sudden, you've got a recipe for disaster. He was let go from the company, and yeah, he didn't even get wished well in his future endeavors. He just got, he's out the door, lads. That's it. All of this does seem to have gone down at last night's SmackDown taping too, away from everyone else. I need to add, there was one point everyone was like, oh, he did it in front of the locker room. He didn't. It was a meeting between Vince McMahon, Big Cass, and maybe a couple of other people, and that's where he told him. He told him, look, you're done. You may as well go home. So yeah, go home. And what an absolutely just mad situation this is. And you've got to believe that more is going to come out eventually. A quick note that a lot of this info did come from the Pro Wrestling Sheet and Wrestling Observer respectively. And the question we've got to ask now is, what does Cass do? Where does he go? Does he try and be like another version of Cody Rhodes? Can he go out there and completely change his reputation? Does he go to Impact? Or maybe someone out there is like, hey, I can put Enzo and Big Cass back together. Now, I can't see that happening, given that Enzo didn't particularly have nice words for his former tag team buddy. But right now, well, the options are there. It is amazing that there is so much controversy surrounding these two now. Take yourself back to when they debuted on Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. Everyone loved it, the crowd was buzzing, and here we are, they both gone. I mean, you wouldn't have predicted it. Don't tell me you would have done, you'd be lying. And it does go to show that you still have to tread carefully backstage. There could have been the argument that given Cass's size, and again, WWE loves big dudes, that maybe he could have gotten away with more than other people. But clearly that wasn't the case. He pushed too many buttons, annoyed the wrong people, and now he's got to take a step back and figure out what he wants to do next. And that sucks. That can't be easy. But I guess such is life, you just never know. But yeah, that's it, he's gone, so you're not going to see him on Raw, you're not going to see him on SmackDown, and you're not going to see him on any WWE pay-per-views for some time. And he may come back in the future, never say never, as they say, but right now, he is out of there. And make sure you keep an eye on whatculture.com, because we will bring you all the news about Big Cass's release as soon as it gets out there, like a wild dog running through the wind. You try and catch him, but you don't have to, because we'll catch the wild dog for you and then let you know the deal. The too long didn't read version, which doesn't work in videos, because unless you skip to this point, which you won't have done because that would have been crazy, I didn't need to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. Big Cass has been released because he made a lot of fuss backstage, and at one point went against the company directive. I'll never get over that. I'll never get over that. If Vince McMahon told me to do something, I would probably do it. But again, I don't know. I'm just an idiot. Either way, yeah, Big Cass, he's out. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think about Big Cass's release. Like, share, and subscribe. Then head over to whatculture.com and read more articles, a lot of which are going to be about Big Cass's release. And you can follow What Culture on Twitter. What Culture WWE. My name is Simon from What Culture. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.